Macanudo. What? Can I use this? It's a whole lot easier to do it this way. That works. So if you've been with the channel for a little bit, you know that last year, not quite a year ago, I think it was last June, I'd have to look that up, I made an infinity bottle. And I haven't even tried it yet. So we're going to try it today, or tonight, or whenever it is you're watching this. And I'm going to see how well I did. Now, I know that I made a few mistakes. I'm not above that. And it's going to happen a lot. So, but anyway, we'll get on with that. So we're going to try my infinity bottle today, and you guys are going to be along for the ride. It's probably not much of a ride, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So let's get it out. This is my infinity bottle. Yep, I know. It looks like Blanton's, but it's not. This used to be a Blanton's bottle. I just thought it was kind of cool. Thought that that would make the best looking infinity bottle that I had, or at least the coolest empty bottle I had. Now, if you haven't seen the video I did of making that infinity bottle, and if you don't know what an infinity bottle is, I'm going to link that, I think it's up here, to go check out that video that I made, I think back in June. I think that's when it was. And I'll give you some tips and tricks along the way of what I've researched and what I've tried and what they suggest to do. But today, we're going to see how well I did, and see what I would change, what I wouldn't change, and if I would even do it again in the future. I mean, I'm prone to screwing up and making mistakes, so let's see how big of a mistake this one was. So in the last video, what I talked about doing was taking multiple bottles and to make your infinity bottle, which is of course what an infinity bottle is. But what I did was I stuck with bourbons. I didn't get into the ryes or scotches, didn't want to mix those flavors in with it. I just wanted to see what I could get out of a bourbon only infinity bottle. And what I did was I took 2 ounces of each of my bottles until I got it full. I think that was, I don't know, 25 or 30 different bottles. I don't know, it's 750 milliliters is like 25 ounces. So maybe, I don't know, however that calculates out to. So I don't, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, shit, I didn't have that one. 1, 2, gotta start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fucking, I lost count again. What's wrong with me? I don't. Well, whatever it was, I used multiple bottles, and I know I used 2 ounces of each until I filled the bottle up. And I just let it sit. I let it sit and mature until it was actually ready. And if you've never tried to make an infinity bottle, I suggest giving it a try, even though I don't know how this is going to turn out yet. It's still a learning experience. You'll learn kind of what it's like to compare notes and put similar bourbon tasting notes and aromas together into a blend that you like yourself. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, the bottle itself doesn't matter, but if you have what you consider to be a cool bottle, that would be the one I would want to use or suggest that you use, just because it kind of stands out. You know, it's going to be something special because you created it, and you want that to reflect your style, your taste, and just kind of be a standout on the shelf. I mean, if it's just a boring old bottle, then, you know, what the hell's the point? So pick a really cool bottle. Maybe even buy a special bottle, like a decanter of some sort that is monogrammed, has your initials, your name, your family coat of arms, if you've got a logo or a business name. Make it something like that. That'd make it stand out as well. That way it just makes it special. And most of all, give it time. Don't be impatient and think, oh wow, man, it's been a couple of weeks, let's give that a try. I would give it some time. Maybe I've given it too much time, but you never know. I don't see anywhere in the research I did for the previous video, if there's particular time frames that they suggest. They just say give it some time to mature and mellow and really combine until it gets its own particular flavor. Now, right off the rip, even before I open this, the mistake I made, and I would suggest correcting that mistake when you do it, is actually write down the amounts and what ones you use to make your infinity bottle. I did not, but I do kind of have a record of it. If I were to look back at the video, that would tell me kind of which ones I used. Probably wouldn't tell me all of them. I'd really have to dig through the archive to find all the B-roll that I filmed for it to see if I filmed every single bottle that I put in it, but I probably didn't film them all. So I would definitely keep a notebook and write down the ones that you put in it, so you can duplicate that if you really want to, or you can modify it and try to change the flavor profile. I've already figured out that that's kind of necessary. So something to keep in mind when you make your own, unless you've already made your own. And if you have, that's something else I want to know about. Have you made one? And what do you think about it? Did you take notes? Did you just bash one together? Do you have multiple going at the same time? What are your tips, tricks, and techniques that you use to make an infinity bottle if you've made one? Just let me know down in the comments. I'm curious. I don't really get to talk much about infinity bottles. I just think they're really kind of cool. So what do you think? I think it's time that I open it and let's give it a try. I'm gonna probably fast forward a little bit, because I kind of want this to breathe. I want it to kind of open up a little bit. I mean, why not? It's gonna be kind of a fresh bottle. Ooh, nice pop. Did you hear that? It's a good pop. Just curious here. Getting like a cherry note on it. Smells good. So now it's time for the first pour. I can already tell you from the nose, it's considerably lower proof than I would have expected, or at least it's not real proofy on the nose. So I probably had far more low proof than the higher proofs when I made this. So that probably is why I'm not getting that ethanol on the nose, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I might probably use a little bit higher proof the next time I do these. You know, just saying. It's really, really sweet on the nose. But like I said before, I'm not real good with nosing. I don't know. I don't pick up the notes that other people pick up. I'm kind of limited. So, and I'm kind of stuffed up tonight. So that might make a little bit of a difference. Getting quite a bit of char. Really sweet. Now it's coming back with some caramel and vanilla. I mean, your standard, you know, your standard bourbon notes, but it's unique. It's kind of got a fruity vibe to it. It kind of starts off nice and soft, then you get a little bit of that whiskey hug. Not bad, but just a little bit. A little bit of floral, but there's so much fruit going on in it. I'm really amazed by that. That's really good. So, oh, that's really nice. Second sip was better than the first. So that's really a good thing. I really like that. And smoking a cigar is probably the worst thing to do when you're trying to pick out notes, because that will affect your palate a little bit. But sometimes it complements it too. So that's kind of, you know, here or there. Yeah, I mean, I've got a good idea of what's in this. You know, considering what I have on hand and what I know I had on hand then, because I usually try to maintain those in my collection so that when one runs out, I back it up with a new one, or I've already got a backup. So pretty much what's on the shelf is what I would have had there, except for maybe a couple of them. I'm not sure. So yeah, I would definitely take notes. That would really, really help, because then you could go through and go, oh, okay, well, I picked out that note from that one and that from that. So yeah, take notes. Have a book with you. You know, just, it's simple. I was stupid. I was, you know, in too big of a hurry, and I just didn't do it. Shows how dumb I am. But hey, there we go. I'm getting a little bit of graham cracker in it. I like that. It's so soft, but it's still got that bite to it that everybody's kind of looking for. It's just a nice combination of soft and bitey. I know terms, right? It's kind of, feel kind of stupid saying some of these terms, but you know, I don't know how else to describe it. The truth is, I'm really struggling trying to figure out what it is I'm picking out the most, which one of the bourbons I'm picking out the most. I don't think I'm picking out any one of them. I'm getting notes from across the board that I would normally get in a whiskey or a bourbon, but it's multiplied, and that would make sense, except that I was thinking that it might have one of them overpowered some of the other notes, and those notes wouldn't show up. But I'm not really getting that. I'm actually getting the opposite. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think that's really good. And it really lasts a long time too. Yeah, I would definitely make another one. I would probably have to finish this one first before I start another one, but that's yeah. But I'll have to take notes. That's the biggest thing is I should have taken notes. I know I've said this like 5 times already, but that would be the one thing that I definitely screwed up. I don't think I screwed up on what I put in, but I might want to try the next time actually trying to modify it slightly where I get more of the character of one versus another, a different style. Now I want to say that I only used bourbons. I don't believe I used rye, but that's not to say that one of the bourbons didn't have rye in its mash bill. So that's something maybe you might want to research too, to define that a little bit more. But I don't know that that matters. But I mean, you do you. So it's, you know, if you decide to do an infinity bottle, you do what you want. You put whatever you want in there. But like I said, keep records, figure out what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and move on from there to your next one. But this one's kicking ass right now. So I definitely do this again. Just wish I remember what the fuck I put in it. I mean, of course, whiskey, but you know, which ones? You know what I'm getting at. So, there you have it. That's my infinity bottle. Probably not exactly the video you were looking for, but maybe it does help. I hope it helps. I know it helped me, because the next time I do this, I'm going to make some changes. Definitely going to keep records, keep notes, and then I'll know for another video the next time when I do it, I can pick out the notes and tell you, oh yeah, I'm getting this one or this one. So it's a learning experience. I'm not saying that I did anything wrong per se, but you know, I hope this helped you out in moving forward with making an infinity bottle and enjoying it and figuring out how you kind of want to go about doing it. Again, I did make this first video I think it was last June. I will link that below in the description so that you can check that out and see exactly how I made it. Also, if you would, I would appreciate it letting me know what you have done if you've made your own infinity bottle. Any tips, tricks, pros, cons, whatever you want about your infinity bottle and what you learned about it. And let's just have a conversation and figure out what I screwed up. If I screwed up anything, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. So as always, I want to wish every one of you long ashes and full glasses, and we'll see you in the next video. I think it's pretty damn good. Sure ain't gonna complain. That'd be like a, I don't know, $100 bottle. Yeah, I'd probably give 80 to 90, 100 for it. think it's all right. Pretty damn good. Let's go out and make your own now, all right? We'll see ya. Bye.